Hello, welcome to Alliance High School. We're around town, very special show. We're going to discuss a project involving the 100-year history of the Alliance High School Band. And my guest today is Kelly Wojtowitcz.
Mm-hmm.
Her maiden name is Duro.
Yes, sir.
Her great-grandfather was the second band director in the history of Alliance High School, correct?
Yes, sir.
Eric Duro.
Yes.
All right, and you've got several members of your family that have participated in the Alliance Aviator Band, correct?
Yes, sir. All of Eric's 6 surviving children participated.
Okay.
Children of them participated.
All right.
Great-grandchildren of them participated. And now, unfortunately, my daughter's not in band, but she is in the music program, and she's a senior here at Alliance this year.
Now, when you talk about this, I think there's been 12 band directors during that time. I'm going to run the list. That may not be in the right order, and the only reason I'm mentioning these directors is because if you see this show, you're going to need to get a hold of Kelly Duro Wojtowitcz, and you're going to need to communicate with her about what life was like.
Absolutely.
Playing in the Alliance High School Band under these directors. First director was Stanley Lutz. That goes way back in time. Second director is her great-grandfather, Eric Duro. Third was John Weitzel. That's who I performed with. The next band director was Richard Zurikowski. Then we believe John Stein followed him, followed by J. Mark Lowe, followed by Mark Rosenthal, followed by Owen Riley, followed by Charles Wright, followed by the principal of Alliance High School right now, Mr. Sean Fontaine, then Josh Bowling, and then Dr. Charles Page, the current band director. So, if you performed in the Alliance High School Band and you'd like to provide Kelly with some information about your favorite experiences,
absolutely.
And I'm saying you pick 3. Pick 3 of your most favorite experiences, and you talk to her about what they might have been for the director of your choice, and she'll include that in the documents that she's putting together to honor Alliance High School and the Aviator Band. Pick 3 and provide her with that information. Now, in order for them to do that, they need to be able to contact you. What's the easiest way to do that?
The easiest way to do that is I've set up an email address specifically for this project. It is aviatorband, no S, 100 at gmail.com.
One more time.
aviatorband100 at gmail.com.
All right, so if you're watching the show or you know somebody who may not be watching the show who was in the band and would like to contribute, get to that email, put the information in there, and like I'm saying, pick 3 significant events that may have happened during your time, and she can include that in this documentation she's putting together. Why are you doing this?
I'm doing this to honor my family. With the history of my great-grandfather, unfortunately, he passed away long before I was born in 1970. My father passed away in 1995. He was also a member of the band. So I don't have a lot of background on my own family. So that kind of sparked the idea for this project. And then in my research, when I found out it was in fact the 100th year, I figured what a better way to honor the band than to do something for the 100th year. I would like to make it in a book form for anybody who would like to include images or anything else that they may have as memorabilia. And then if the book does get published, I would like to set up a memorial fund in honor of the Duro family and the 100th year, and set up a scholarship fund for band students that would like to continue education past the AAHS.
Great ideas. Now, you played in the Alliance High School Band.
Yes, sir.
Who was your director?
I was actually under 3 directors.
All right, you had 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When I started in band, I was actually able to start as an 8th grader. So I started under J. Mark Lowe. And then Mr. Rosenthal, Mark Rosenthal, was here when I was a freshman and sophomore. And then I finished up with Owen Riley my junior and senior year.
Now, so we can use this as an example, all right? As I said, pick 3. Pick 3 significant events that happened for you when you were in the band. Can you name 3 right off the bat? You can probably name a dozen, but can you name 3?
Probably my top 3 was my senior night walking across the field with my parents. That was the last picture I had taken with my father before he passed away.
Okay, that's at Mount Union Stadium.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One day during practice, I was playing bass drum, and we were walking through the back part of the parking lot, and I was not paying attention and ran smack into a light pole. And then probably my last memory would be we were over at Fawcett Stadium playing Timpkin, and it was so cold that I hit the rim of my snare drum and my class ring cracked into 2.
Your class ring cracked into 2.
Yes, sir.
Now, Kelly's got 3 outstanding occurrences, and she could probably name many, many more. I'd like you to contribute by picking yours. Send pictures, send documents, whatever you choose to send to add to this great piece of work she's going to put together. I guess you could press me and get my 3. So
yes,
here are my 3. My 3 go this way. Number 1, when I was a sophomore, junior, and senior year. This is 1967, so that kind of dates me. In 1967, the Alliance Aviator Marching Band was chosen to march in the Thanksgiving Day Parade in Detroit, Michigan, prior to the famous football game that takes place on Turkey Day. And I remember our director, John Weitzel, said, the road's going to be a little bit different than the typical road that you march on. And it was like an interstate. So you were like marching like 20 feet away from the next person next to you in a parade. So that was a unique experience, number 1. My second most unique experience was during my junior year, I believe, 1968, the band played what was called the Acme Zip game. That was at the Akron Rubber Bowl. And the uniqueness of that event, whether it was my sophomore or junior year, was the fact that in the middle of the halftime show, the lights went out. The stadium lights went out, the band continued to march, Mr. Weitzel continued to direct on the side of the field, and amazingly, about 6 minutes later, the lights came back on, and everyone was in the right place, doing the right things, playing their instruments at the right time. And the third most unique thing for me playing in the Aviator Band was after my senior year, John invited seniors who had just graduated to come back and play in the Chicago, what was called the Chicago All-Star Game, College All-Star Game. And that took place in Soldier Field, old Soldier Field. And for that event, they talked Mr. Weitzel into allowing us to wear sound packs on our back. So we had sound packs on our backs. We had lights on our legs for our light show when the lights were legitimately turned off. And that was a high-tech experience, and like no other I could ever begin to think about. But I'm sure that you have your own 3 most significant experiences for whatever director you served under. Give Kelly the information so she can put this together to honor the 100th anniversary. Kelly, again, give them that email address.
That is aviatorband100@gmail.com.
And in closing, march on, young men, young ladies. Enjoy your experience as a musician and as a distinguished alumni of the Alliance Aviator Band.